Hello friends, welcome to the channel retailconnect.com. This session is about the React.js tutorial. In this session, we will discuss what is state and what are the difference between the state management in class versus functional component in React.js. Okay. So basically, what is state? State is the thing which we manage before any update of any component object. Okay. So let's suppose you have some data inside your function component and you have done some event changes and the data changes from one state to another. So this is the change between the data. It's called the state management. Okay. So how can you manage the state and what are the things inside that? Okay. So by default, we are using the statelist.com, and here you can see on the dummy project, we have a function component here, okay, which returns some static data, JSX data, okay. And this is the main TSX file. There we are using this app file, okay. This is the simple one, and here what we will do, we will implement some state. Okay, so come to the app.tsx. Okay, here what we will do, here let's suppose I have input tag here. Okay, we have an on change method here. Okay, now what we do, we want to change some data on this change, okay, of this input. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to use the hook called use state inside the function component. So all the hooks works inside your functional component. So we will use the hook here. So let's suppose we have a name. What is it as? Use state hook. Okay, we can set some default value. Okay, so what we have to do on change, we will set the name. Okay, so for that you have to take the target element here, and we have to take out the t.target.value. Okay, and in the value we will set the default value of name. Okay, so if we have triple connect here, you can see we can easily able to type. So how to test, we will just bind this name here, and we will type. Okay. So there is a state change when we type something here. Okay, on this change event, the state of this function component changes. Okay, and the state have some data, like name is the data. Okay, so we change the data from this change on change event of this input type, and we use the same state inside anywhere inside the function component. So this is the state. Okay, state only works within your component. Okay, it doesn't work outside. Okay, so in function component we have this hook called use state, which changes your manage your states inside your functional component. Now when comes to the class component, let's suppose simply convert comment and create another component, class component. Okay, now we don't have to use this one here. Okay, we have our own constructor for a class. Okay, and also we have a render method which will return JSX data. Okay, now this state name will not work here. Okay, so for that you have here to define a state, this dot state, because class have their own pointing object called this. So we will define state, and the state will be a JSON. Let's suppose name Twitter. Okay. Okay. So what we will do, we have to import the React class component. Okay. So what we will do, we will have to extend React dot component. Okay. And then we will have render here and this. So you have to need to call super. If you have props here, then you have to pass props. I will come later on the props. Now, but you have to see that this name will not work. So you have to set here this dot state dot name. Okay. And on change, you have to set your new data with this dot set state, which is an inbuilt method. Okay, and just type it here. And here you will have name. Okay. So this is the class component which extends the React class component, and inside this constructor we have the state called name, and we have set the default value here. Now we have on change, this will have state.name. Also here we will have state.name. Okay. Now what happens if we change this data? So you can see the same state is working inside this class component. Okay. So this is the way where you can easily manage your state inside the class component as well. Okay. So this is the method. Okay. Now one thing is we have to remember that this state set state is a synchronous method. Okay. So if you want to do something synchronously, okay, then you have to use the callback here. Okay. This one. Here you can have to set your callback if you want to have something after the change of this value. Okay, otherwise you will not get the updated value from this name because it is asynchronous update. So this is the way to make it synchronous. Okay, so in this session we have discussed the state management, Okay, so how we use the state inside a functional component and how we manage the state inside our class component. Okay, so in class component we use this.state and we set the state here, and we use this state dot parameter name, and on change we can use the set state inbuilt method of this um, React component. Okay, so this component have basically this set state defined inside. Okay, and we will change the name with the new value. Okay, and here inside this functional component we use the React.use state hook. Okay, and set the default value. We have two names here. First one is the variable and second one is the setter called setter method is this. To get the method it is set. Okay. Okay, so thanks for watching this session. We will cover the next topic inside the next session. So thanks for watching this session.